All right, two crabs in a barrel talking about
We
stuff
back
that's
again.
unpopular, very unpopular opinions that we have, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. I mean, before we even start, I want to kind of let you in on a little something. I'm down to 170 now. I'm down to 179. I'm in the high
nice,
170s.
nice.
So yeah, man. Like I am very happy about myself. Only today, I will say, is that I did eat at my specific times, like 12 to 7.
Okay.
But, uh, I mean, my exercising was kinda whack today because it was just, like, it was raining outside, I had band practice, and then I had chores to do, and I still got chores to do. So I'm
Hmm.
like, "Damn, I didn't even get to do my cardio today," so I was kinda fucked up on that, but Imma do it tomorrow,
For sure.
along with other shit that I have to do. But
Good, good, good,
aside from that,
good.
yeah, man, I've been keeping track of I'll tell you this, I was 189. So
Okay.
I was in that spot, and now I'm in the 170s, so, I mean, getting down there.
Keep it up, keep it
So,
up. Yeah, it's summer. I get ready for
man,
summer. You know.
shit, man. Dude, I so here's how it went, right? You know, me and my band were roasting each other that we were overweight, right?
Mhm.
And everyone was like, "Okay, so we're gonna hold each other accountable." And I was like, all right, we're gonna see if we're gonna hold each other accountable." So I went to, ShopRite. There was, those machines that you can get for free just to see, like, where your blood
Mhm.
pressure and weight is. So
Yeah.
I went on that thing, and it was like I think it was like 140/98 or something
Okay.
like that. So I had high blood pressure, and my BMI was pretty high. So I was in that, like, very over not like, moderately overweight. So I was like, "Alright, let me change that."
Mhm.
So I said, "Alright." I think it's been from May 31st to now it's June 15th. So I've been in so I'm in my 170s right now. So I'm in 179, 178.
Good.
Um, I can't even like I tell you, like when I say that I feel a lot better,
Mhm.
I've been drinking a lot of more water. So I have like a big jug that I be drinking every day.
Okay.
Um, Eat from 12 to 7. Gotta have my protein. I'm gonna try these out. One of my coworkers gave me this. And it was, he was like, "Yeah, try this out. Let me see how you like it." And
Mhm.
it's like whey protein. I don't know how you
Okay.
like it. I don't know how what do you think about whey protein?
I don't bother with. I don't do no. I don't do creatine. I don't do protein, man. Whatever protein I get in, in my meals. But I don't. I'm I'm to a point where I don't have to worry about all because I where my range is my range, and I live in that, and that's I'm pretty disciplined for the most part. But yeah, I mean, starting off in your journey, man, do experiment. That's the best way I could tell you. Experiment. You know your body better than
Yeah.
anybody. You'll know what your body likes, doesn't like, what it responds to, whatever, whatnot. So try it all, man.
Yeah,
Now
man.
before you
I mean,
start injecting needles, then come. That's when you call me, be like, "Are you ready? Are you sure? This is what you need to do. This is what you don't do." I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not into roids, man. I'm not gonna get into roids. I mean,
it,
probably I mean, maybe the testosterone, maybe when I'm older, but not now. Because
yeah, right now, if it's a compound that ends in the OL or you can't pronounce it, just call me first, and I'll walk you
okay,
through it.
all right, yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
No, but
But
good.
yeah, man.
I'm happy for you. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Man, I'm gonna go to
Keep it
the
up.
grocery store tomorrow. It's Father's Day. Oh yeah, also happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so me and my dad, my mom's not here, so me and my dad are gonna grill tomorrow. So high protein chicken, steak. That's just gonna be for the whole week. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like
I will
I get
say
my greens, proteins, all that shit.
I will say meal preps will help a whole bunch. It prevents you from snacking or overeating. So definitely
Yeah,
work on your meal preps if you can. So
yeah, yeah. Nah, I was slacking a little bit this week because I paid off a lot of shit. Paid off I'm paying down student loans, credit cards, all that shit. So, and
good,
then I paid an extra to my student loans. So,
good, good.
like when you have the money, it's like I wanna keep my money, but you wanna know something? Let me just advance payments. Let me just
Yeah,
advance payments out of this
it took
because
it took me 10 years to pay mine off, and this was back when interest rates were through the roof. So you guys
Yeah.
got it when the government came in and knocked the rates down. You guys got it lovely, but back then, 16, 17% interest, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
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 man. I mean, just get it done. I mean, you're gonna hurt now, but it's better hurt than now than have your credit score be all fucked up. So now my credit score back up. So now we good.
good,
But
good,
anyway,
good.
all right. So outside of the life stuff, all right, let's get into it. I just thought about it today, man. This YouTube beef and stuff. Now, this YouTube beef. Now, from what I'm getting from the YouTube beef, these two are from what sector? Like, what sector are they?
You know how many different sectors there are? I'd never heard of them.
I've never heard of them either.
Yeah,
Hold on. YouTube shooting. Maybe Google has something on it.
I
Because
figured
I'm looking at this
roughly
like,
there's roughly 60 million active YouTube channels. You can only imagine how many communities are strewn about that we will never know about.
so I guess from what I know from it is that they are Las Vegas YouTubers.
Yep,
Like they
yep,
just do Las Vegas. They do Las Vegas stuff.
yep.
Like, okay, it's what good is it? Okay, so all right. So they're making videos about Las Vegas. That's what I'm getting from this. All
Well,
right,
the
so let me see.
one
Let me see.
Manny was a street performer, so
Okay.
that was his
Okay.
ticket.
All right. Okay. All right. So I'm okay. I have the article, but before I read that, so what I'm getting from this is that they've been beefing for years, right? They've
Couple of
been
years.
threatening to pull up on each other, and then one does it on the Las Vegas Strip, and then shoots him and his wife. Now, to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, how do I put this delicately? Bet he won't do it again. Bet he won't do it again. I bet he won't do it again. I see. I see. But this goes. Okay, look. I'll say this, man. I don't care for beef at all. As a content creator, I don't care for it.
Mm-hmm.
There have been people in my sector that have been trying to get me to beef with people I A don't know and B don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you would think, right, that in a sector like, the TV, nostalgia, like everybody's just, reminiscing and talking about new shows or old shows and we're just having a good time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's that one person that is like, nah, man, like we got to get on this YouTuber because this YouTuber is this and that, and I don't like him and all this other stuff. And I'm sitting there like, what do you want me to do?
Mm-hmm.
So long as they don't, so long as they don't at me for the shit that for whatever the reason, I have no quarrel with them, right?
Right, right.
And if somebody was actively beefing with me, like Real Femme Sapien, uh, General Tito,
Oh
uh,
God, please don't mention none
oh
of
man,
these people. I'm cool.
none of these
I don't.
none of these people matter. But here's the thing. This like whenever somebody asks me or anything like that, I just watch the video, I will laugh at it, and I move on with my day. Cause you want to know something? It ain't. Listen, outside of YouTube, nobody gives a shit, and I don't personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's supposed to. I think YouTube nowadays, like here, make your videos, make your content, get the bag, get out. That's it. Y'all beefing over X, Y, and Z, who's banging whose wife and all this other stuff. I got videos of you being gay. Like, okay. Yo, you two, I don't know, man. Like you two had got people fucked up, man. Like honestly, YouTube got people just crashing out over nothing, man. To me personally, I think people are crashing out over nothing. What say you?
I don't try. First thing, don't apply logic to it. and YouTube just happens to be the biggest platform. I've seen a bunch of TikTokers go at it, kick content creators go at it. So every app basically has its own issues. It just happens to be YouTube. YouTube is the biggest platform, but there's a couple, few that have been taking each other out, on these other platforms, beefing it. It's it's really nothing new. It's just, I guess, to the majority, because YouTube, a lot of, it's a big deal. But I'm not trying to apply logic to that situation. Both were in the wrong. Um, but for him to go after the wife too, I was just like, that's extra. Like, so now,
Yeah, that
now
was
you have to be kind of mindful now of people that's around you if you're engaged in this type of content, because they could get it as well. So unfortunately,
all right. So let me see this. So let me read this article. And this is how much I gave a shit about it. Excuse me, excuse me. God damn. The two people killed in a shooting over the weekend on the Las Vegas Strip captured it on video while live streaming to their shared YouTube channel. Uh, That's strike one. The married victims were identified by the Clark County Coroner's office as Tanisha Finley and Rodney Finley. Both died of multiple gunshot wounds. Las Vegas police said the shooting on Sunday near the landmark Buglario Fountains was an isolated incident between the victims and the suspect, who have been feuding on social media since 2023. The suspect, identified as Manuel D. Ruiz, surrendered to authorities Monday at a police station outside of Las Vegas. Ruiz faces 2 counts of open murder with a deadly weapon and is being held without bail. Jail record show. Ruiz and a YouTuber known as Sin City Manny, and I'm gonna go look at that. Hold on a second. Let me see if that's hold on. Let me see. Sin City Manny. Is his channel? I'm pretty sure his channel's still not up.
it's down.
It's
But
down.
his wife has her own channel, and they have a family channel.
Oh, how many subscribers does that have? I gotta see that. You know what? You know what? Let me just read this and then I'm gonna go find it. Uh, Cincinnati Manny Online appeared on court Thursday. The Associated Press sent an email message Thursday seeking comment from his public defender. Ruiz told police after his arrest that he was acting in self-defense, according to the report. Clark County District Attorney Stephen Wolfson disputed that the claim during a news conference. I think it's probably garbage. There's no indication from any of the evidence at all that it's self-defense would be a viable defense. I personally think it was just him. Just you can't claim self-defense if you open fire. Like if he was you know, if he had a weapon and he threatened you with it, then there's a stand your ground.
Oh,
But
I
I
take
don't
it you
think
haven't
that's
seen the video.
no, I have not seen it.
Man, you hella behind. You-
Listen, that's how much I give a shit.
I mean, I hear.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah, 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 yeah. I
like,
mean, a lot has
I mean, to
transpired
be
in the last
fair,
2 weeks.
man, like what? I mean, I got other things on my
Yeah.
plate right now. You think I got time for this shit? like, like this is like over some petty shit. Over some petty shit, man. That like how many subscribers you got and all this other that shouldn't matter to most people, honestly. Because I'll
Well,
tell
for
you this.
a lot of people on here, this is it for them. This is it.
Yeah, we don't have to go over who, but yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right, Sly. You're right. I mean, to me, it's just like, okay, listen, you have 40,000 subscribers. I have 13,000 subscribers. And that's not on the Red Sings Blues channel. That's on the other one. I'm slowly growing, but I mean, I don't care. If I get to, I'm probably gonna get to 100K one of these days, but I'm gonna get there on my terms, man. I want the YouTube plaque. Will I get it? Probably. But I'm gonna just put in the work and get the fucking plaque, and then move
Yeah,
on with my life. Like that's a life achievement, I guess you could say. For me, I
yeah.
think it's just like I want to have the plaque so I can have it, so I can just be like,
It's
hey,
a sense of accomplishment. Yeah,
yeah, it's a sense of
yeah,
accomplishment. That's what I would want.
yeah.
Um, but outside of that, it's just a damn plaque, you know. But in any case, this YouTube shit. I mean, if you don't have anything outside of here, I would say, man, your life must be really, really sad.
That's why I balk at the idea when I hear content creators tell their people in the chat, "Hey, you can do it too." No, you
No.
can't. And
I
no.
I will say no, you can't because first off, you have to be thick skinned to do this shit. That's
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
Number two, just like any other app, right? You get pretty addicted to it.
Yep.
That's number two. Number
Mhm.
three,
Mhm.
if you don't understand your YouTube analytics, which most people don't, okay, you will get so disappointed in yourself when you think you're on top. And I'll tell you this from like a standpoint. I'll give you an example. So I have two videos, right, that have hit 100, that have hit 100,000 plus views, right? And since then, excuse me, since then, I'm not saying I'm having trouble, but I'm trying to get back up to where I was before, right?
Mhm.
And that's not an easy feat because I'm trying to figure out that video that shoots the channel up again,
Mhm.
right? Do I make good with the videos that I have still? Yes, I still make good on them. However, I'm still trying to do 100,000 views, right? Maybe one day one video does 1,000,000 views, and maybe it's a video that I did a long time ago, which to me personally, I would think that is a great accomplishment. That I made a video that is 1,000,000 views. I think
Mhm.
that's cool. Um, but no, people are gonna say, "Oh, I have a topic that can blow my channel up." No, no, you don't. I'm sorry, you
Yeah.
don't. Like my idea, I pivoted through the skin of my teeth. Honestly, I pivoted through the skin of my teeth. I didn't think I was gonna be able to, fucking do it, but I did it. And can you do it? Possibly, but I will say you have to be better than me, right? You have to be better than me. But in the grand scheme of things, I would not recommend people do YouTube because you will be greatly disappointed.
Not at all.
You'd quit. Like like every day I'm just like, man, fuck it. I just don't want to do YouTube anymore. But then I wake up every day and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do YouTube again. So I got my notebook right here with me. I'm
Mhm.
about to start my script and get it popping. Like my latest video. Hold on a second. What's my latest video doing? I think it's at almost 6,000 views. I think it's at 6,000 views. Let me see.
Mhm.
The kids WB video did right about now. It is 6.3 thousand views. I'm still in the 11, 12,000 views last few months. 11, 12,000 views, 32,000, 6.7, 9.8, 10, 25, 84. I'm
Mhm.
cool with it. I'm cool with that. People still watching it. I still get thousands of views. No big deal to me.
Right.
It might be a big deal to somebody else, but for me, you just got to put the work in. But I, somebody beefing with me, I don't know.
I mean, it's just like trying to break into the TV, film, music industry. Like, there's a million of us already doing it, and you think you're gonna come in here because you think you're special. Like, it's the same hurdles. Like, it ain't meant for everybody to do this. And I would net. You gotta have
I would
some
never.
off the wall concept of content. I would be like, I've never, like it would have to give me pause to think. Be like, that's yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
like
I think I've only told one person in my chat to make content. Yeah.
no, and I think that I would inspire if I inspired people to do a channel. Good on you. I'm happy for you, but I'm also say, you know, don't get too involved in it. Don't be like me. Don't be
No,
like me because I'm
you
like
know what?
every day.
You know what content they're gonna do, right? You know the content I see popping up that I have to hit do not recommend is Keisha
Oh yeah,
content.
oh
It's
yeah,
Keisha content.
it's BE content.
As soon as I
Yeah,
see a channel with like 50 subs, 20 views, I'm like, okay, starting now. And then I look at the title, women this, the black women this, why they shouldn't do this and this. I'm just like, do not recommend. No, thank you. No, thank you.
why recommend it to me? Why
Yeah,
recommend
yeah, yeah. Like,
because
do not
that
recommend.
why
Do
recommend
not
it to
recommend.
me? What you were
Uh,
saying the other day on a live stream, I was listening to it at work, and you were just like, "Man, this shit has a life, like a has a shelf life." That's what it has, a shelf
yeah.
life. Let's go into that. Let's go into that.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
So Keisha content, and I've been saying it for the longest, has a shelf life. Nobody. Yeah, Keisha is all of the world's ills. Keisha about to start World War III. World War III is about to start, and it's all Keisha's fault. It's all Keisha's fault.
Wait, wait. Before you go in, the fact that, and I ain't got no real issue with Fantastic, but then niggas, he asked Gabe, well, how long do you think we can talk about it before we can fix it? Like, what? Fix what?
Fix what?
Nigga.
Nigga, it's either you
Oh
gonna fuck
my
on Keisha
God.
or complain about Keisha.
I was like, what? He,
What? It's
so
either you
we,
gonna
huh,
fuck on Keisha
wait,
or you gonna complain about her.
so we're not able to talk about it until we fix it? Fix what? You cannot
Well, we here to
tell these
fix.
women who to hump on. Like,
I don't
go ahead,
understand.
bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't understand. I see. This is why I said y'all. Most of y'all either got to pivot or get a new job. Something. Y'all got it. It is time for some of them guys to hang it up. Okay. I don't need to name names. You know, Mister. You know, mixed pre-diabetic stuck in the ditch. You know, Mister the big ass black guy. Mr. Big Ass Black Guy, Mr. Thailand, y'all gotta hang it up, man. Y'all gotta hang it up, man. Cause most of y'all pushing 40, most of y'all pushing mid 40s, early 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I sound like I'm 29 going on 30. I will be 30 next month, right? So I'll give you this. Maybe there's a rule. Maybe there should be a rule brick. In your teenage years, you're starting to understand yourself. Do you like women or not, right? So I give
Mhm.
you like teen years, and then you get hurt. You have your high school crush, and she hurts your feelings because she goes for the jock of the school, or maybe the dope boy that be smoking weed or selling weed or whatever the hell. Okay, got it. All right, you the you the nerd, the outcast. Rush made so many songs about it. Subdivision in the high school halls, in the shopping mall. Okay, got it. Cool. I get that. I give you that time to SBE. All right. When you get to college, it's a lot more different. All right. You should be partying. Maybe not going to the frats. Okay. Maybe not going to the frats. But there are so many. Nigga, you 18. You could probably go to a party with a kegger. All right.
Oh
You
God, I
gonna
haven't
get
heard that
you gonna get
term in
yourself
forever. A
hurt.
kegger.
You gonna get yourself hurt. Okay, I got that. You gonna get yourself hurt out there, but you gonna fuck on something. Okay, you gonna fuck on something. All right. Yes. So I give you till your early 20s to your mid 20s. Can you SBE to a certain extent? Yeah, but at a certain point, you should know by your mid to late 20s, there is no excuse no more. Women. You understand them now. You still trying to fuck on these hoes. All right. So now I'm giving you, okay, I will give you a week, maybe 24 hours to SBE. But then I'm going to throw you back out there. At 30, 40, 50 plus, nigga, you the problem. Nigga, you the problem, and I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Well,
After that, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't care about a divorce. I don't care about a breakup. I don't care I don't care how many kids you had. I don't care where you went in the world. I don't care who you fucked on, when you fucked on, how you fucked on them. I don't care. You, you are the problem.
I don't know, man. It's never gonna stop. I noticed that now. It's never gonna end. The conversation's never gonna end because you have a plethora. You have generations of men that have issues with women. Um, I don't. the conversation will never die per se. You're gonna have a
No,
swath
no, no, no.
of content creators that will feed off these men's issues and traumas. It's never ending. It's a never ending. It's a replenable source. It will never run out because you're always gonna have a bunch
It's,
of men. You know, she hurt me, and it'll never
and,
stop. So they'll have
and your
another
point is,
10, 15, 20 year run to complain. And okay, you got it.
niggas still want their props on. Well, I help these men talk about women. I gave Kevin Samuels his microphone.
All right, that's all you got it, man. Go ahead.
No, no, okay. So you gave somebody the tool to SBE. You gave somebody the tool to SBE. You want credit for that? That's sad. That's sad. That is not a life I want to live. I thought about it at the age of 29. That is not a life I want to reflect on. Yes, did I make Red Sings the Blues? Yes. But did I continue with it? No. I'm going to continue with stuff that I want to talk about. I think at a certain point, I think at a certain point you gotta get to a point in life where you are either A, busy, or two, not giving so much of a shit to care about if a woman's doing what. Like, I don't care. And maybe you can say, oh, well, Red Sings the Blues, you got a girlfriend and all that. Okay, true. But I'm dealing with it. I deal with a woman's nature every day. I deal with, her whole thing about how her body is and all that. Okay, got that. But at the end of the day, I took the advice that some of y'all gave me and I just ran with it. And so it just so happens that now I'm dealing with it. So isn't that what y'all wanted?
Here's how bad it is. Now I blame Todd City for this because I never
Oh,
heard of I've
okay.
never heard of Medium Man until he mentioned him. Sure enough, today Medium Man pops up, and he's talking about debunking the stats of old black men in nursing homes because the trope is more women take care of older black men. They're usually by themselves. They get pretty much dropped off and left for dead. So he goes through these stats dispelling the myth. Yet I see in the comments, black men, I was in the hospital, I was messed up, the nurses didn't attend to me, they left me for dead. All these comments of how these neglected black men from these black nurses. And I'm just like, so you disproving this myth that old black men are dying by themselves in hospice and these in these hospitals proves what? Because at the end of the day, she's gonna outlive you. At the end of the day, well, my question is for all the Sigma guys that want to be by themselves, that like to live alone. Cool. When you get to the point where you can't wipe your ass, who's going to come take care of you? Because then he made the point where he said most daughters take care of their elderly mothers, and most sons take care of their elderly fathers. Yeah, okay. That's if they were raised in a functional, stable home with homes. Your mama had a home, you got a home. Most people can't afford to take care of their dying parents, which is why they get dumped in the hospital. They get dumped in hospice, and that shit costs money. That costs time. That takes away from you going to work. That's an emotional toll that most people are not ready to pay that toll. So that's just not no easy shit. Now you can see the after effects with Homeboy. He's still reeling from that. No diss to him, but he ain't recovered from all that with his mom.
Yeah.
So it ain't is the way he presented the stats. Like, okay, so it's not true. Now what? How are you gonna progress this thing? How are you gonna change the narrative? Still, it
But
makes
again, like,
no sense.
but again, also, what I could also add on to that is that, okay, most of them were dying. Okay, most of them were being thrown in the hospital, dying alone and shit like that. Okay, but to also add to that statistic, okay, what medium man seems to not understand is how many how many of these guys have died in that space. Oh, you want to run down the list? You want to run down that list? You want to do it? I will. Who do you want to start with first? Right. All right. If my mind okay, so Paul Protus, he was a black MGTOW content creator. He died of a stroke.
Oh wow.
That was number one. The Shatterpoint, he was in the black manosphere, died of self cancellation.
Oh he did. I remember
Yep.
him.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Numero dos. Okay. Nobody talked about that. Neither. Nobody.
Wow, I
Nobody
remember
talked
him.
about it. And nobody talked about that except for Soul Provider. He knows about that. Nobody talked about that.
Damn.
Nobody. Nobody. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, Kevin Samuels. Number 4, David Carroll. All right. Damn, who else? Who else am I thinking? Sinful to P. All right. And you can name a few of them that are up there in age, right? You got Angry Man, he on the clock. Mr. Thailand, he on the clock. All right. Little Eddie, he on the clock. Obsidian, he on the clock. Most of these guys are on the clock. So some of y'all ain't even gonna make it to the hospital where the nurses are gonna neglect you. You gonna another one, ARC. He 10 feet under. And most of them were heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure,
Oh
all
wait,
of
don't
that.
forget homeboy, the Brazil guy.
Oh yeah.
They had to raise
Yeah.
money to bring his body back. Yeah, him, Charles
Yep.
Tyler. Yeah.
Charles Tyler. Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. Red Pill Mike. Yep. Red Pill Mike. Yep.
damn
See,
red pill.
see,
What?
but if you want to add on to that statistic, how many of y'all went to the doctor? How many of y'all reversing your diets? How many of y'all getting 7 hours of sleep? How many of y'all drinking water? How many of y'all lowering your stress levels? How many of y'all doing it? So if we wanna blame black women for not taking care of us, we're in the hospital. Okay, how many of y'all taking care of yourselves right now?
That's stressful content.
It is.
That's stressful. I every day in and out. I just can't. I just can't. How could and then not only that, but how could you just readily consume it every day? Every day you're watching these guys, and I'm just like, at one point, do y'all think y'all need to back away from it and take a mental health break just for yourselves? Because it's skewing how it's a when you start using that online rhetoric in real time with people, then it's like, okay, now it's a problem. That shit, leave that shit online, man. Like nobody's trying to hear you having body count conversations with people, body counts and what, and hypergamy conversations with what? No, nigga, that's not. No, I.
Yeah. What's wrong with the lead attorney? Look at what the lead attorney going through. What he going through?
Oh,
What's wrong with him?
he had cancer. He had a cancer scare.
Oh yeah. Cancer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
MTR. You know,
Yeah,
didn't go get a
tested
second.
for cancer.
He didn't go get
Yeah.
a second opinion. First doctor said chop off, remove the nut, and he's like, okay, like, wow, okay.
Yeah, most of these dudes on the clock, man. And I can't feel bad for none of them. Honestly, I can't feel bad because if I was to keep going with my channel, Red Sings the Blues, I would have been in the same boat. All right, I would have never been here at this level, right? And again, like there comes a point in time where a content creator has to think to himself, am I gonna talk about something different or am I gonna stay the same? Am I really gonna risk my own health and well-being to talk about a female that is that is not even worth it.
Okay,
No.
now that I never made sense to me. So you're complaining about a class of women you say you don't want. You say is the problem. Okay, so why don't you focus on the ones that you would are not problematic that would help, a king build a kingdom and would be submit. I hate that word submissive. I hate the word submission at this point. Like, yeah, why the focus on all the bad women? Like, how many more years do we need to know? We need to hear you guys talk about. Okay, this class of Keishas is bad. Okay, so go find the good class of Keishas, right?
They won't. They
So
won't.
he asked Gabe. He made the point saying black women are holding black men back. This is where we're at with it right now. The conversation has regressed. So how are black women holding black men back?
I
What
don't
does that
know.
even look like?
I I don't know because I don't. I'm in a black relationship. Black man, me. Black woman, my lady in Texas. I can tell you that's not happening. I can tell you that's not happening. Now, some people will be like, "Oh, it's gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna happen." And if it does, I'm be like, I'm gonna take my ass somewhere else. What do you want?
Okay, but they never mentioned because they love stats. Okay, 88% of black men that make over 100 grand a year, they're married to black women. What's there to talk about?
I
What's there
don't
to talk
fucking know.
about?
I
Mm.
really don't. I really don't know. Will says, I think the stress of SBE led to Kevin's demise. That and Red Bull. That and Red Bull. You drinking Red Bull at the age of 50. That's going to do it too. Nigga had a Red Bull in his hand every single day. So you be the judge of that. Was
Well,
it SBE or the fact that he was drinking Red Bull every day?
well, don't forget these are the same men that made fun of the idea of having to self improve. So they made fun of guys that promoted self health. So all right,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Keep it techie. I'm still trying to figure out how it's a win that 170,000 women got laid off last month. How is this that's what I had to ask too, because I was looking at it like, y'all happy about that? Y'all realize that also affects us too, right? The
which is
median for
weird because
black, the
well,
median for black people is not that good.
well, make it make sense that two of the content creators that are actually making fun of the black women are married to women of melanin, hue. So how?
I would honestly, for those women, I would just divorce them, and I would not feel a goddamn thing. I wouldn't feel bad in the slightest. I got divorced. You see the family court. The family court. All marriages at the
Well,
divorce.
this what's the term for reverse misandry? If it's misandry on the other end, because you know this is a hateful mindset to have. Now women gonna do what women do, but now it's like you want to compete with the women and how much the hate flows back and forth. It's like, okay, who hates who the most? Because it's not going to end well for the men at the end of the day because they still have something you want.
I mean, it's like the black median income is already at an all-time low, and then you're cheering on that black women are losing their jobs. Nigga, half of that shit y'all get. I said, listen, a nigga get a PS5 because a bitch has a job. Let's start there. A nigga can still sleep on that couch because a bitch got a job. I don't think that song ain't nothing going on but the rent. A bitch will still be putting up for an ain't shit nigga. I don't
Yo,
know why, but it still happens.
these comments, these men out here really doing this. This is crazy. This is so non productive.
Oh my
Yeah, yeah, it's not gonna make
god.
the women want you. Like they're not gonna run to you for help. Like this winter, it's coming. Shit, it's not coming for women.
Oh no, it didn't come for the women. I've been said that. I said it never came for the women. It came for y'all.
as
It
it
came for
always
y'all.
does. Every economic shift, up or down, it always comes from the men first.
I said, y'all, we're gonna. I said, black men are gonna feel it way before the women are. You know, angry. Yeah, angry man. Angry man can go, man. That. Please tell me how. How just I still I know Sly. I know I'm not supposed to be like thinking about it still, but how the fuck do you go from talking about Dragon Ball, have making super chats, making mortgage payment super chats, going to SBE? Make
Wait,
any of
no,
that make sense?
no, Red, no. You got to say that he had 30,000 people in his chat to listen to him talk about Dragon Ball Z. To reduce himself to maybe 1,000 to complain about women
I don't understand that.
makes no damn
I don't
sense.
I don't understand it from a standpoint from me doing red from me going from Red Sings to Blues to Stagehands in. That's an upgrade. Okay, that is an upgrade from what I used to do. How do you do that shit in reverse? How do you go from you know what? I'm just tired of talking about Dragon Ball Z. What are these black women doing? You know what?
30,
I'm tired of Attack on Titan. What are these bitches doing?
30,000. Do you understand? Like he could have been oh my god, he could have been one of the biggest content creators in on that side of things when it comes to the anime.
I'll pick up where Angry Man left off.
That's insane. That's
I'll
insane,
pick
bro.
up where I will be the young man to pick up where Angry Man left off. I'm not listen. If I go to if I go to if Stagehands in puts out a SBE video, just pull me to the side. Pull me to the side,
Somebody
slide. Be
said
like,
it. Somebody said he had 20,000 views and 8 comments.
nigga,
Yeah,
nigga,
yo, Angry Man could have been a
please
legend in that
explain.
space. He could have been oh my god, man.
Yes, he could have been. Yes, he could have been the Argo Latino nerd. Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yep, yep.
Yes, this is what
Show
I
coulda,
think in my mind. I'm like,
show
how
coulda.
the fuck do you do this to you? All for all because of Keisha. All because of cooking with Kaya. Or cheating with Kaya. I don't know.
Okay, here's my next question. If you're married to a said Keisha type, right? What did Keisha do to you to have for? We're talking years of content. Like, okay, wait, you married a good Keisha. So this is like for the Anton types. Like, oh, you've been married to the same woman for 20 plus years out of high school. What did Keisha do to you?
Did she not cook your plate right? Did she not put the rice on the left hand side of the plate? Did she undercook the chicken?
Don't not let the juices touch the other part of the food on the plate? You know, yeah, right? Yeah.
Did she not do the monkey double backflip like Coach Greg had? Did she not do the monkey double backflip? Did she not do that? Did she not do that?
You know what? One of these days, I'm gonna catch one of these panels with Angry Man on it, and I'm just gonna flat out ask him why are you doing this, bro? Like, I want to legit ask him, like, why are you doing this?
I don't even want to ask him why. It's just, come on, man. Like, you can you just go back to the Dragon Ball Z content?
Well, the problem is, like, he's like the Rodney Dangerfield of that space. Like, nobody back in the day, people used to be scared of him. Now it's like nobody.
Not scared. Nobody's scared of Angry Man now. Fuck. Yeah, it's a whole grift.
But it's a low paying grift. It's a
low paying grift. Yeah, of course. I'm like, y'all still. I mean, it's to a point where y'all begging for people to drop super chats on shit that they've heard since, God, I don't know how long.
Oh my God, going back to Black Men Need a Voice. We're back on this again. Oh my God. Okay, all right, Joey. One of these days, I need y'all to hit me up when Angry Man shows up on one of these panels, so I can hop in and just throw a grenade in there and be like, what the fuck y'all doing? So yeah, y'all let me know when he shows up on these panels so I can hop in.
I'm like, I'm not even gonna be there. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm just gonna shake my head and probably eat some popcorn because that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Like
Okay.
what? It is 20. It is the mid. It's mid year.
Summer.
It's mid
But
year
this,
and niggas
yeah,
still going crazy over Keisha.
yeah, yeah.
You got niggas. You
Yeah,
got
Joey.
niggas
Hey,
stuck in.
Joey, let me know when you like when you in the Discord, bro. Let me know.
Nigga, nigga. We just had Israel drop nukes on Iran. We just had that go on. We just had the biggest beef in American history. Trump versus Elon. Oh, Trump versus Elon. Trump versus Elon, man. Oh man, and y'all still complaining about Keisha. And y'all still complaining about Keisha.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna catch one of these panels. I'm gonna catch one of these panels. I just, yeah, I'm gonna catch one of these panels.
Sly's gonna tell you that you're jealous of his position and celebrity status.
I hope he doesn't go that route. I hope he doesn't take that angle.
Yeah. Oh man. It's just all right. We're gonna get out that car and go
Okay.
and go to another one. Trump versus Elon. Who called it?
A lot of people called it though.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be end of the year. Elon and Trump get at it. They went at it very early. I'm very surprised at that. And
I
then
thought it was
what
gonna.
really? No, okay.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I also found surprising was when Elon was like, "Oh, you want to know who else was in the Epstein files?" Because I could tell y'all who was in the Epstein files. I was like, "Yeah, we all know Trump was on the Epstein files." I mean, like, who didn't know? You know, that's why,
Mm.
you know, like, don't you think it's kind of odd that how Trump and all the other guys were like, we're gonna release the Epstein file, we're gonna release the Epstein files, and then turn and didn't do a whole 360 and be like, well, you know, he did kind of, you know, ex he did kind of, you know, hang himself, you know, he did do that. Don't you find that a bit odd?
Well,
Because
when
I
he
found that I'm just like,
that
okay,
was well. I mean, at that point when he said the Epstein thing, I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, you should be done with everybody. Like, who wasn't on the plane? Who wasn't on the flight manifest? Who didn't go to Lolita Island? Like, everybody went there. Now, I'm not saying they all went to go um, partake in children, but that's like a Diddy party. Everybody wanted to go to a Diddy party. This is the dumbest conversation. Like, this just goes to show how just stupid most urban normies are. Every Diddy party at the end of the year, the all white party was the only party that mattered. If you were in the business, everybody was clamoring to get an invite to go to that party. It was that important. It was just that special. Now all of a sudden, oh, I would never admit to be the fuck,
right.
you know.
Right. And
So
just like and just like how, you know, oh, the Doge was gonna help the Doge was gonna help the fraud and all that. Nigga, it was not for that. Okay? In order for anything to happen, FBI gotta do their job and start arresting people. Are they going to arrest people for all the fraud and all the other stuff that they found in Doge? No. Are they going to arrest the people that were a part of the freak offs? No. Are they going to arrest the people that were on the Epstein files? No.
well, the woman that was testifying in Virginia, she no longer breathing. Virginia Guffrey, they got her up out of here. One day she was good, now all of a sudden she's sick, and now she out of here. Like, leave these people alone. Like, like,
Yeah, they
no.
ain't going to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The window for you guys to get that justice has completely sailed. Unfortunately. But I just think with the whole Trump and Elon thing, I personally think Elon don't got much time left. I
um,
personally think Elon does not have much time left.
I think he's going to have to go under the hedge of protection under Peter Thiel. I think Peter Thiel's going to have to step in and be like, kind of smooth things over, because he's the real big dog, and I mean, he's one of the puppet masters behind the scenes that nobody seems to people keep forgetting to talk about. Like, Even though him and Elon are bitter rivals, but at the end of the day, they still have the same purpose.
Yeah, and all I can say is yeah, they ain't looking to. I sold my Tesla stock straight up. I'm just
Oh, you
like,
got rid of it?
yeah,
You didn't hold on to none
I
of it?
I hold on to no Tesla stock. I went out. I actually
Mm,
went out and bought some Polestar.
okay.
Polestar is where it's at.
Okay.
If you're
Okay.
gonna invest in an EV, go to Polestar. Those are the same guys that were working at Tesla, and then looked at the Tesla, the model, what is it, the Model T or Model S or something like that. They looked at that and said, "Yeah, we can make a better, car than the Tesla," and they
Hmm.
did. Polestar do it,
I
dude.
mean,
Polestar,
Lucid,
Polestar,
Rivian, they're all killing Tesla, spec wise and performance wise and all that good stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like I said, man, like I think Elon getting into politics was the worst thing he could have ever done. Because now
And
it's costing him millions. It's not costing me nothing.
but if he didn't, Trump doesn't get in,
That's
right?
true. And then we
If
would
you
have had,
believe,
yeah, we would have had Kamala Harris, and it would have been the same fucking thing. It would have been the same thing, if not worse. We
yeah.
wouldn't be having no Kings protest and all that other shit.
So yeah, explain to me the No King's title. Oh, because they equate Trump with as being a dictator or king. Is that am I off? Is that why?
Yeah. So in New York right now, and even in New Jersey, in the white areas, right? Um, Yeah, they just have a no king. It's like it's happening in rural. It's happening in big cities, urban areas. Like for me, I'm not getting involved. Why? Why get involved? Why am I going to get involved? What? My black ass sitting on the couch, man. I'm laying in the bed, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Well,
Because all the people still losing their jobs. People still complaining about DEI and still losing their jobs. Um, We're in the biggest deficit in human history. Uh, I don't know. World War III doesn't look too far off. Um, Going to the grocery store is like, it's like it feels like to me, you know, every time I got an F on my report card, I would be like, shit. Now I got to deal with that when I go home to my parents. I go to the grocery store and I'm like, I hope to God, I just hope and pray that this shit is no bigger than like $120. You know? Like I go to the grocery store and I feel like a fucking failure half the time. Cause I'm just like, damn, now I gotta go on a diet.
no, my girl when I do go, my experience is I can't get all of what I used to get, so now I have to scale back. I can still get all of what I want, but not as much. So I used
Yeah.
to get four of something. Now I can only get two. And I gotta
Yeah.
be just a tad bit more choosy about what I get. When I go grocery shop. Well, when she goes shopping. So, because I'm always
Yeah.
fussing like, okay, where'd all the money go? And she's like, you don't understand everything, the prices and this. Why don't you go shopping with me so you can see for yourself? And I just shut up. I'm like, nah, she right. So
Yeah, man. I'm just like it's just like social programs going out the
I
window
save
because
so much
people are
money
dumb.
fasting. Oh my god.
Yeah, I save so much money. Yeah,
Joey, ain't
yeah.
nobody trying to do scenes a lot. Okay, we not trying to study our dean. Like, no, we're not. Listen, brother, we're not trying to pray 5 times a day. Study the scene in salat. Hala hala hindi. No.
We're Americans, nigga.
All
We're
right. Say,
Americans.
I want to overeat. I want to snack at 3 in the morning on some shit. I ain't got time for all that.
I'm an American. Nigga, I'm an American. Land of the free and home of the fucking diabetes, man. What the fuck are we talking about? Land of the free and home of the fucking high blood pressure. Nigga, land of the free and home of the obesity, nigga. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
No, I'll do a 18-24 fast every other month. I'll do a
17,
fast. I'm not nowhere.
17-6.
Yeah.
17-6. Because that's how you're gonna survive this whole thing. 17-6. That's all I can tell you. Because that I mean, we are now in the we are almost we're in recession mode. we're in recession mode. Like people are trying to dance around it. We are in recession mode.
Yeah, they just haven't declared it yet.
They haven't declared it yet.
Yeah.
That's the bigger problem. We're trying to do damage to control and be like, well, we shouldn't have gotten rid of the immigrants. Either or, either or.
Listen,
Oh,
we have these big ass auctions out here, and that's where they go to, sell their wares and do their business. The word got out that ICE may show up. Nobody came to the auctions. Nobody. It was dead. It was two big sites, two huge sites out here that every Saturday auctions that it's lined up down the block. You have to park three or four blocks away. Dead. Dead, I tell you. Dead.
I tell you, man. Like, I mean, you got LA riots and shit. I was watching that. I'm like, damn. I'm sitting my ass on the couch.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
heading down there at first. We're leaving first thing in the morning to go down there to see. She was like, "Don't
And
get too close." I said, "I'll leave you in the vehicle about a mile away, and I'm gonna hit it on foot, and then get in there on foot and do my little
you you
and get in, get out."
you gonna record it? You gonna record it?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm alive. I'm alive. It. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. All right, man. All right, man. I'm gonna be there. But yeah, man,
Well,
it's like, yo, what else can I say other than, man? Like we're in a really really interesting yet very cautious state in these United States, man. Where do we go from here? You know, because for me as a black man, as a young black man, I'm just sitting my ass on the couch, man.
well,
Y'all, go ahead.
don't forget this is all Keisha's fault because
It is.
it's Keisha's fault. We're in a recession. It's Keisha's fault that Israel bombed Iran. Um, yeah, it's Keisha's fault that the illegals are getting deported. Yeah,
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 yeah, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all Keisha's fault.
yeah,
When in
yeah.
doubt, it is Keisha's fault.
Yes.
When in
But
doubt, it is Keisha's fault.
always Keisha's fault.
Always Keisha's fault. All right, let's go into the last let's go into the last one because now I gotta get on you, Sly. Now I gotta get on you, Sly. What did we learn today? What did we learn about AI? What did we learn?
Okay, I'm here for the AI. Okay, but I don't think they're gonna give us the version of AI that's going to allow us to compete with multi-million-dollar studios.
Oh, of course not.
So
Why would they do that?
I was mad with the VO 3 rollout. I was mad. I got it under false pretense.
Okay, okay, I give you that. And I say this, man, because I think more or less, um, it's gonna come down to, well, they will make give it time. They will make an AI program where you're gonna have to pay arm and a leg to do that sort of stuff.
For
But
sure.
for now, it would be like I think it's like the Forrest Gump type of like programming where you can just do only short TikTok content or CapCut content or
Right.
Instagram shorts or YouTube short content, and that's what it's made for. You know,
Well, I
um,
will say this: it would help with your screenplay pitch. That's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Short presentations for meetings, whatever product you're trying to push. I mean, those 2 3 minute pitches that they only give you that would be it, doors wide open for that. I just thought that I was able to go ahead and actually just do the screenplay and just go ahead break it into the prompts and give me and I was just like, oh, it's not built for that. Okay. Mm.
mm, okay. And to that I say, still make your own stuff, because
But that's the thing I was trying to get at. Like, I was hoping they would take fan made films and projects to the next level, and it's like, no, it's not. You're still gonna have to find funding,
yeah.
and
I mean, it's gonna be like that for a little bit, and
yeah,
because again, you still have a few things. You still have IATSE, still got that going. Still got the MPAA, still got that going.
yeah.
You still got certain union regulations and government regulations regarding AI. That's why they haven't done it yet. But give it some time with a few politicians to say, and even with Donald Trump, I mean, that's gonna backfire in his face. Uh, I mean, it's backfiring in everybody's faces because everybody wants convenience, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it starts with the like I said, it starts with the self checkout, and it starts with like the AI automated Popeyes and all that other stuff. I was again listening to Tariq Nasheed, and he was like, "No, I'm for this AI." I was like, you know, they. I was at the Popeyes, and the AI asked me, "Do you want a Kool-Aid with that?" And I'm just like, this nigga. Uh, this nigga. See, but I mean, but I'm still for making my own because everybody knows it's me, right? Everybody thought I was an AI voice or something else like that until I showed my face.
Okay.
No, that's me, you know. And to 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 an artist like myself, I say I'm against AI because you know if you can't do it yourself and you're just gonna get a computer to do it for you. Now, to a certain extent, I get what you're trying to do, and I would say that works to that extent. And I would
Hmm.
only do that if I did not have the money, right? And I was just gonna pay that. I was just gonna take that money and put it into a service in which I can get a movie out,
Hmm.
then I would do that versus doing what I'm doing now. It's like all right, you remember that? I'll make an example. You remember that SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob, he was going up against King Neptune, and I think it was like a crabby, it was like a burger match, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
and King Neptune makes like a pyramid of Krabby Patties, and SpongeBob makes one, right?
Yeah.
And SpongeBob's just like he just made it out of an open fire. He made smiley faces out of the pickles and read it a bedtime story and tucked it in with a thing of cheese and shit. And everybody hated the fact that you know King Neptune's burgers were not as good as SpongeBob's one Krabby Patty. And it was because SpongeBob put his heart and soul into the
Yeah.
Krabby Patty
Yeah.
versus King Neptune, he just made that shit off rip. SpongeBob put his heart and soul into that shit. King
That's
Neptune's like, nigga, I got it all. So here y'all niggas go.
that's the same with the regular show. They had the chicken wing cook off between the parks. Benson versus homeboy from down the street, but he had the special herbs, and
Yeah.
Benson didn't have the herbs, so he figured out
Yeah.
a way and he ended up winning the yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I think about the AI versus, you know, like independent.
He
You know
said
what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
sandwich competition. Yes.
Yeah, that's the sandwich competition. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga, yeah,
Hey,
it's AI versus
hey,
artists,
we
man.
cultured around here, man. Come on, we cultured.
Culture, man. Like that's culture, man. But that's what I think about AI versus actual artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I see, like I get bombarded with nothing. Like even when I'm watching your live streams, dude, I'm like there is a commercial for AI, like these AI characters, like these characters, like Lois Griffin or Meg Griffin
Okay.
or Gwen Tennyson or any of these female like uh, to be I'm not gonna go SBE again, but you know where it can go.
Yeah.
But I think it is cheap. I think it is lazy, you know, and I would not give my replacement the artistic my artistic vision. I would not give my replacement an
Okay.
artistic position.
Okay.
That is my stance as my own artist.
Okay.
That's me as a creative.
But
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 see you.
okay. Now I say to you, well then I get it. You're a creator. Then just let the AI be another tool that you use to help you enhance your creativity. Not so much a crutch, but say, hey, I don't dabble in this, but let me break out this tool just for this one specific project I'm trying to present.
And to that I would say, and to that I would say, look how that's going for the WGA. Look how that's going for the WGA
Okay.
because they're doing that same thing. They're doing
I,
that same thing, and nobody has had work for almost 2 years.
then people better learn to get on board with it and use it for their benefit. Some 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 positions will get phased out. It's just a matter of time. It's
No,
just a
and
matter of
I
time.
understand that, and I understand that. As time goes on, yeah, every position in the entire in every industry, in every facet, in every industry, everybody just thinks, oh, it's just Hollywood. That's it's only gonna affect us. No, nigga, it's gonna affect you too. Okay, mechanics, niggas think they will not be touched. Yes, you will be touched. Okay, from mechanics to fucking patty flippers to even the custodian, even as low as a custodian, you will be touched. Okay, it's just funny because it's happening to artists. It's funny because it's happening to us first.
Well, yeah, I think artistry is the biggest visual platforms out here, and we can see it in real time. You can see where the changes are being made. So yes, it would affect you guys, us first, and then everybody else later. But I hate that for a lot of the people behind the scenes. But you don't be like a dinosaur. You better figure out a way to adapt to this shit. Oh, I was just watching the last episode of the damn dinosaurs TV show, and I forgot the daddy was the one in charge of the environmental of the environment. And so the freeze is coming. They're all frozen. It's snowing. You know, the big freeze is here, and the baby is asking, "Well, Daddy, so what happened?" Well, Daddy was in charge of it, of the environment. They killed a bunch of brunch beetles. They killed the brunch beetles. When they killed the brunch beetles, they had to come up with pesticides to compensate with the loss of the brunch beetles. They made wax fruit. And so there's this trickle down effect. And then it ends up, they had to go into the volcanoes and blow up the volcanoes to replace this, to replace that, because they killed the brunch beetles. So it threw the entire world off track. Winter storm. And that's what brought the end of the dinosaurs. So the very last scene is he's like, we'll find a way. We're dinosaurs. We've been here for 150 million years, and all the families all hugged up together. And then the newscaster's like, okay, long-term predictions, dark, freezing temperatures. Have a good night. And that's the series finale. And I was like, holy shit, how dark of an ending was that? I don't even know why I brought that up, but it just felt right. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, because it has everything to do with what we're talking about, and it's just more or less like, and I can get, I'm not saying to a certain extent that I personally wouldn't use AI, because I don't use AI, but somebody else might use it and just be like, well, it's because I don't. Okay, but I get it.
Well,
However,
okay.
however, I don't personally use it as a crutch, but a lot of people just use it because it's convenient. A lot
Mm.
of people love we've Americans view convenience just the same as they viewed everything else. It's just like, well, hey, it's convenient. Hey, it's there, and then
Yes,
and then it turns into something else.
people will give up freedoms, comfort, and for I agree. Convenience trumps all. Like if you present whatever doomsday weapon to the people, it's like, hey, it's gonna make it convenient for you to do this. Okay, the microwave came out. Now we don't even put the stuff in the oven to warm it up. We put it in the microwave. Convenience. So yes, you wrap it up under the guise of convenience. The people will go to it. They'll gravitate. They'll use they'll use the hell out of it to their own detriment. Yes, you're gonna have a bunch of lazy ass content creators with bright ideas, but are just too lazy to do it the old school way. The AI is gonna make it more convenient for it. I'm with you, but just like factory workers are being phased out, been phasing out for the last 3 decades, you better figure out how to make this work for you, or find a new line of work.
No, and I get that.
Yeah,
I get
because it's
that.
just not gonna stop.
I'm not. And again, I'm not saying that from like a oh, I'm trying to fight the future shit. No, I know, I understand where the future's heading. That's why I'm like, well, how am I gonna? Oh boy, well, how am I gonna tell my kids this? And what can I do to make sure that my kids are that my future kids, my future generation, won't get messed up in this game?
Think about it, Red. Look, we watched Love, Death, and Robots. We watched Amazon Secret Levels. I mean, these people had stories in their heads that they couldn't, probably do it the old way and get out. Now look what the computer system can do, and look what the AI can do for them now.
No, I
They
get
can
that.
tell their stories and not have to go directly to the gatekeeper, like, please let us in so we can tell our stories. We'll sign whatever contracts you have for us. Just give me the yeah. No more gatekeeping. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
it's
I get that.
disruptive. I'll say that it's disruptive. Now, how it disrupts you is either good or bad. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. And again, like again, I would say, this is a to be continued topic because as AI progresses, it's going to turn into a problem for a lot of people. But mainly it's going to be seen within Hollywood because again, uh, Hollywood is the first to be like it. I mean, everything, the culture happens first, and where is the culture? The culture is Hollywood.
Bro, I mean, remember Betamax, VHS came out. You thought VHS was going to be it. Laserdisc came out. Mini disc came out. CD came out. Look where we're at now. MP3 player. And now you're like, an MP3 player? What is that? You don't even.
Nigga, we MP4. What the fuck are you talking
What?
about?
Yeah, exactly. So, and look how rapidly that all changed within one generation from VHS. We went from Betamax to CDs literally in one generation in 18 years, less than 18 years.
Now we even got rid of. Nobody talking about Blu-ray no more. It's all about
Nope.
streaming.
Nope. Exactly.
Literally no computer, not even a box computer holds a Blu-ray disc anymore. Hell, PS5 switches, none of them carry cartridges or CDs anymore.
Nobody's running around with a an iPod mini player anymore. Like, if it's not in your phone, everything's in your phone.
Yep. It has. I mean, again,
Yeah,
the
cars don't
internet
even
has
come with CD
complete.
players anymore. Yeah, it's all
Yep.
Apple, Android Play.
Yep. It's all Android Auto and Apple Car. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, that's where we're at now, and even that's gonna go away. So
yeah. Well, don't you look? You look when you get in the car that has a CD player. You look at it like, what, a CD player? And then you open the trunk and it has the 6 disc changer in the trunk. And you're like, what? They still make this shit?
yeah, man. I tell you, I tell you, man, it's. I mean, our world is getting a lot more scarier and in advance, and I think for the us that were in the Gen Z, millennial, Gen X, it's scary, man, and to see what the future holds for like Gen Alpha and all that, you know.
Well, I think they'll be okay because they're going to grow up with this stuff. Just the same way we had to make adjustments. But, I think the older folk that kind of still stuck in their ways is like trying to teach your parents to start writing checks. Like, ma, no, we don't write. Nobody writes checks at the grocery store anymore. Please stop doing that. Please use your debit card. Right? My mom still balances her checkbook, and I'm like, ma, just log into the app. I don't want to do that. I want to do it this way.
I mean,
What am I supposed to do?
I
What do
mean,
you want? What can I do?
what can you do?
And then when it gets to the point where she has to do business and they tell her, ma'am, you have to download the app. Why gotta download that? Why do I have to do that? Because, ma'am, that's the only way you can get in. And so eventually they're gonna go in kicking and screaming. Don't be the people that go into the next wave kicking and screaming. Don't be that person.
Mm.
You know.
No, I get you on that, and again, I would say this conversation is to be continued because I love having these sorts of
Definitely,
conversations.
definitely, definitely, definitely.
All right. I gotta go do my laundry at 11 o'clock at night because tomorrow I'm gonna be doing my cardio and all that. So, uh, any last words? It's Keisha's fault. It's Keisha's fault. Oh, boy. All right, man. I'm gonna peace out.
All right, bro. Have a
Man,
good night.
peace.
Listen, I'm coming back with a late show. We're gonna Straw. We're gonna watch Straw watch party. It's gonna be a late stream tonight. Don't worry about it if you don't show up. It's okay. It's just for hardcore maniacs. And yeah, so give me about an hour and a half. I'll be back. Happy Father's Day. Happy early Father's Day to everybody. All right. See y'all in a couple hours.